Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer here. Thank you for tuning back into the YouTube channel. Got a windy day here, so again, I apologize for that. I've got a great tip for you today, something that I think a lot of people don't take into consideration, and that is the jig selection or selecting trailers to help you modify the presentation and enable you to fish a jig in these windier conditions. A lot of times post-frontal like this, fish don't really want to chase. They want to stay low and slow, tight to cover. And so you want to fish a jig, but the wind's blowing your line around, and that makes it difficult. So you want to upsize your head. Say you're catching them on 3/8 or a quarter, and then you might have to bump up to a 3/8 or a 1/2 ounce or a 5/8. But you still want to maintain that slow fall. So the key would be to get a trailer that can help you slow your fall, kind of parachute it. You might have been initially fishing something like a Yamamoto Flapping Hog that has appendages and has a little bit of drag, but these last two appendages here just slide through the water nice and easy. A trailer like this enables your jig to fall at a faster rate of fall. So if you want to, say, go to something like a heavier jig, let's say a 1/2 ounce jig, which is what I've got here, but I want to be able to slow my fall because I feel like the fall is still really key. I want to be down on the bottom, but the fall can be really key, the rate of fall. Take a trailer like a Yamamoto Yamakra, like this, and you can put it on the back of a heavier jig and probably get real close to the rate of fall or the descent rate as you had prior with a Yamamoto Flapping Hog. You'll enable yourself to fish a 1/2 ounce jig with a slower rate of fall. So if you're fishing for jig fish that are, say, suspended around cover, under a boat dock or on some sort of wood or on a vertical bluff, something like that, you can get it to increase its hang time by changing the trailer, and then you can still fish a 1/2 ounce jig down on the bottom and still be able to maintain a maintain good contact with your bait, but also have a slower rate of fall. You can get the bait to do what you want it to do. So keep that in mind. I know a lot of times we're fishing jig chunks and stuff like this is probably one of my favorite jig trailers, specifically when the water's colder. I like it because the flapping style motion, once I get it down on the bottom, it just doesn't have a lot of movement, and that to me looks like something in a cold water environment. I'll also use the Yamamoto Flapping Hog on the back of my jig to increase my descent rate. So it kind of seems like I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth, but when it's down there on the bottom, these aren't moving a lot, and that looks more natural. Most things in the water are cold-blooded, so it moves nice and slow and easy when it's down on the bottom. And the opposite is true with the Yamakra, because you're getting so much action that it's slowing your bait. So the only way to maintain a high rate of action with the Yamakra or even the 4-inch Yamakra is to go with a heavier head, and that'll help make the bait fall fast and give you the action. So just some things that I'm thinking about as I'm out here on the water on a post-frontal day when it's super windy. Hope you liked this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't already subscribed, please do that. Drop a comment down below. In my description section, there's a lot of different information like my social media addresses, and then my website, and then a place to get my merch, which is Team Niggemeyer Fishing, hats, hoodies, shirts, decals. And then also there's a discount code if you're interested in getting some Amphibia eye gear. Until next time, thanks for watching and good fishing.